crawler hauler build. Sorry that heater's on, and we're filming on a potato today because I don't know where the GoPro's at. But yeah, we sold our motorhome. That thing was gonna struggle to tow 2 trucks. So sold the motorhome. Just picked up this 24 Arctic Fox 1150. Just got it home. So we'll kind of go through the build. We got a 40-foot gooseneck. We're gonna stick this thing on the front of the gooseneck and then 2 trucks behind that. So we'll bring you along. I was looking around on the internet. There's a couple videos of guys doing this. Nobody with like a newer Arctic Fox, a lot of older truck campers and stuff, but so we'll do a little video on on how we're mounting it, or you know, how we're gonna set it on there and all that good stuff. So God, this thing's huge. The old single wheel trailer single wheel truck didn't really like it that much. There's the trailer back there. So we'll get this camper down and start doing some measuring and get a material list of what we need to make this happen. And we'll go shopping, and then we'll bring you back once we start getting the trailer under here. Okay, so lots of measuring, lots of reconfiguring, trimming. So what we came up with is we're gonna have to raise this thing about 7 inches in order for the cab over part to clear the gooseneck. It's probably actually only about 5.5 for that to clear, but we need to go up about 7 for the bumper to clear. I was gonna take the bumper off, but in order to leave it on, we only got to go up about 2 more inches, and I think it'll look cleaner when it's sitting on the deck because the bumper will be just sitting nice and flat on the deck of the trailer. If we pulled the bumper off and we just went up the 5 to clear the cab over part, then there would be a big gap like under the camper. So, and then the bumper's kind of nice because it's a step and then it's your sewer hose storage. And so we're going to go up the 7 and then we're going to leave the bumper on. So yeah, so what we had to do underneath here, we had to cut the exhaust pipe off. We'll have to drill a hole in the deck or blow a hole in the deck with a plasma or something and run the exhaust pipe down and then 90 it out. And then we had to move the quick connect hose for the gas, and then we had to do a little bit of trimming. I had to trim these up a little bit. These kind of came down. So basically, all these brackets, these are all just going to sit on the deck. They're aluminum. They'll probably squeak like crazy, but doing that, we don't have to do anything with sewer. That can all stay. Sewer, all the drains, so that's cool. So a little bit of trimming, and it'll just sit right on there. So next, we're going to build our... I'm laying on the ground here. We're gonna build our skid out of these cross arms. These are old cross arms. I work for a utility. These are like the best treated lumber you can buy, and they're super, super strong. So we'll build a little riser box out of those. We'll build a 4x8 box, and we're gonna put 2 3/4 inch sheets of treated lumber on top of that, and we'll screw it all together with like ledger lock or timber lock screws. And then we will probably put some lag bolts down through these holes to the deck of the trailer. And then we'll put a 4x8 rubber stall mat on top of that. It gives it some grip. So, headlock. These are nice flush screws. So that'll screw all the timber together, and then we'll screw the plywood deck down to that, and then carriage bolts down through. I got to go back to Lowe's and get some different carriage bolts because initially those were going to be laying flat, but now they're going to be tall, and I think these 6 inches are going to be too short. So anyway, we'll get this frame built, and then we'll get the trailer out. We'll bring you back in, and oh, the other thing we got to do is we got to figure out how to get this thing on there. The forklift's good for 6,000 pounds, but not with the fork extensions. We tried to pick it up. It ain't gonna do it. So I'm actually gonna build some 6-inch brackets for these. I'm just gonna use some 6-inch channel on end, re-drill the holes, get these out here, and that'll give me about 4 inches total to work with. And then I should be able just to back the trailer right under it. And then if I ever wanna take it on or off, I can just use the factory jacks. So anyway, we'll get going here. We'll get this frame built. We'll get the trailer out, and then we'll probably start fabbing up jack brackets. I don't really cut the wood very well, but yeah, what a mess. Oh, we gotta pull this step off too. Maybe not, actually. Maybe that step will lay flat. I have to pull this off for sure. Super fun. Scary. Okay, threading the needle. Got the trailer almost all the way underneath. Gonna lag bolt this down, and then we'll do a double 3/4 plywood on top of that. Got some treated plywood. Screw that down, and then 3/4 inch thick rubber stall mat on top of that. So we got some cushion. We'll be good to go. So we ended up just taking some 6-inch channel, building some temporary brackets to get us wide enough for the trailer. So far so good. Heck yeah. Carriage bolt down through here, and then we'll just use some wood screws for the plywood into the top, over the top of the carriage bolt.